Hi, who are you? What's your name? What do you do?
Hi, Blake Cohlan with Demand Unlocked, a nonprofit helping companies, local businesses specifically, leveling up in AI.
So you just spoke here at the AI marketing, very
Yeah,
well received. A lot of
thank you.
people rushed to you after your presentation. Tell us a little bit about your company. What motivated you? How did you get started? What are you trying to
Yeah.
do?
So the main part for the nonprofit is really coming in and being able to teach companies how to use AI and being able to get quick wins. As we know, there's a lot of learnings out there. It's potentially overwhelming for a lot of businesses who are not necessarily AI native, and being able to really help them get involved and be able to understand the power of what they can be able to do with AI in incredibly inexpensive models and incredibly fast time to market. So my talk was really centered around quick wins that companies can do. I gave 3 use cases. I do a lot of content on LinkedIn where I'm doing a lot of how-to content to be able to help make things less complex and demystify things to be able to bring it into real world applications.
Do you deliver this in person or do you do the work for them or is this kind of online training? How does this
Yeah,
work?
so we do a few things, anywhere from coming in and giving a keynote at a all hands meeting virtually or in person to provide some inspiration in terms of what you can get in terms of what you can experiment with AI.
Mhm.
And then also local workshops to help local business owners be able to potentially level up their social media or come up with more content where they're not having to pay exaggerant funds to media agencies to be able to produce this for them and really take that content back in their hands to be able to help tell the story of their brand as they know it best. Yeah, and then everything in terms of projects to be able to help them realize the value as well.
And what were the 3 areas that you talked about?
3 areas today were around GEO, so generative engine optimization.
Mhm.
If you think about it, we're in a big age where that's really important as a lot more people are interacting with LLMs. SEO, search engine optimization, helped us with search, be present in that. AEO, which is answer engine optimization, helped with answerability and getting quick answers.
So like
And
with like Perplexity and other platforms like
well,
that?
so now it's really about GEO, which
Uh-huh.
is generative engine optimization, where being able to show up in Perplexity, ChatGPT, Claude, all of the different LLMs to be able to really showcase it, but also be able to make sure that your brand is positioned in the right way.
Hmm.
And so a lot of times I find is you'll ask an LLM what a brand does, and it's not necessarily what the brand wants to be represented as. And so going through and understanding what's on your content and how the LLMs are getting information, whether it's on page or through third-party sources, now you're able to help control the narrative. So that was one use case. Another one was image to video
Mhm.
and how easy it is to be able to take a static image and create life and motion out of it for relatively an incredibly small cost. So the example I used was for a local coffee shop, but easily for B2B companies, you can take one of your existing ads, run it through the model,
Hmm.
27 cents later, in a few minutes, you have an engaging ad. Another perfect use case is for houses. Real estate agents are looking to be able to take these static images, but create a warm, inviting feel to be able to stop the scroll or be able to engage people when they're on home buying sites like Zillow or Reddit and all that stuff.
Okay, or even like on
Redfin.
Instagram or anything else like that, wherever
Totally,
you want to
especially
take it.
social media content.
Uh-huh. So if
Um,
I'm a small business, I'm a real estate agent
yeah,
in a community, I could take all my images, run it through the system, and create more
yeah.
engaging and lifelike
Totally,
images. Huh?
right? Instead of a picture of a door, why don't you start entering into the door?
Huh, interesting.
Or if you're doing an aerial shot, why not do a drone style shot of zooming into it to create that cinematography that is absent in those
And you
images?
mentioned 2 sites that do that. What are the
Oh
sites
yeah, I
again?
use Fal.ai,
Uh-huh.
which is one of them. They have a couple different models, and it's good for seeing what different models you can use based off similar prompts. And then Polo.ai is a really good for B2C
Hmm.
brands where they have a lot more creativity in terms of some of the prompts that they're using. P-O.ai.
Okay. It's funny you say Fal. My first name is Fal, and
Oh, yeah,
so I
yeah,
was trying to kind of,
yeah, yeah,
oh, okay, can I get a domain? I
yeah.
go,
How do you spell
that's
it? Is it
FAL.
F-A-L?
Yeah, well, it's
Yeah.
short for Falguni, so that's a longer name, but I go
You
by
sh
Fal Sarkar.
you should reach out. It's fal.ai.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So yeah, that domain's taken.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, yeah,
unfortunately, yeah.
yeah.
And there's a cooking pan called Tefal, and so
Okay.
they have the kind of cookery
Oh,
and
you're
stuff.
famous all around. Yeah,
Everything but me,
yeah,
my name at least goes
yeah.
places. And what was the third one?
The third use case was really understanding live signals that you can pull and data that's not necessarily in databases. The example I used was you're a B2B company, you're looking to target companies that have a strong inbound motion. So why not take a look at their search traffic over the last 3 months to come up with an understanding if they're declining or growing and at what percentage, to be very specific in your outreach, but then also too to create more of an account profile to be able to say, okay, this would be a really good fit. So really
So you
going
take
niche.
the client, like where do you get the data? You take your clients' web traffic data from Google
Yeah,
Analytics and things like
super
that?
easy. I built a Zapier workflow that you put in a URL and then it goes through, it does some basic company research. Then it'll go through and look at Perplexity, a real-time web search, to understand what traffic that they're getting, have that there, and then also formatting it, doing some mathematical code to be able to really understand it, as I found that LLMs are not necessarily great right now at scoring or having consistency in
Right,
scoring.
right.
That probably could change tomorrow, but then spitting it back out and helping the SDR team, for example, come up with more specific messaging. So, for example, instead of saying we help companies with their inbound motion, hey, I noticed that your traffic is declining by 63.4%. Here's how we can help be able to lift that up. As we know, you have a very strong inbound motion because your content or your blog content is 15 times larger than your ad budget, stuff like that.
Huh, interesting. So
Yeah,
this is also good for like solopreneurs as well, like people who are trying to build their business, get a
100%.
foothold and things. So
Yeah.
why did you make it a nonprofit? What was the motivation around that?
So I wanted to give back to the community. And I think a major part of being, I'm a teacher at heart in a sense, and I love to be able to help other people and other businesses. And I just noticed that there was a strong gap in terms of the understanding of what you can do and, seeing
There an uncertainty of that
and
anxiety about it.
a lot of businesses are really challenged right now, and adding a new cost for them to be able to understand the potential of what they can do. If I can help that business be able to be stronger, it helps lasting effects across the community and, really helps
And
encourage.
so what did you do before, or what else are you doing that is in this space? That this has been your work for a while, or is it something
No, I
new?
just started it a few months ago around it. I'm a former VP of demand gen. Got my start 15 years ago in marketing operations and
Okay.
worked various different roles. And then I have a consulting business that I started as well. And then I'm doing content on LinkedIn, content creation for brands to be able to really highlight the value proposition that they have to be able to help tell their story for them
Right.
to be able to do new customer acquisition.
Oh, that's great. You seem to be very motivated, well-meaning
Yeah.
motivated, and have, of course, talent. So where can people go to find more information?
Sure, demandunlocked.org or demandbased.com.
Okay. And then your name on LinkedIn, they can
Sure,
search.
Blake Cohlan.
Big colon. Okay. All right. Kind of last question. I'm a career coach, so I work
Yeah.
with a lot of people at different stages of their career, early, mid, late. What advice do you have in terms of how can people prepare themselves in this new age of AI? How do they position themselves? What should people starting their career do? What can older workers do to adjust to this kind of tumultuous time? Any advice?
I think the best thing is to start experimenting, whether it's adding ChatGPT to understand a topic, something that's important to them, understanding and giving them self-confidence when they know a subject to ask ChatGPT so that you can correct it when it's wrong, as oftentimes it is. And then just taking a small project and being able to get really comfortable with it. It's not hard, right? And everything has somewhat of a learning curve. But once you start gaining the confidence of really understanding what to go to for what, for example, I'll go to ChatGPT for specific things versus Perplexity, because you know that Perplexity index things faster than ChatGPT. So all those different things, you start to understand what to use AI and how to use it best, and then you're continuously learning.
And then make sure that interviewers know that, show them this is my portfolio, just be more AI forward, I guess.
Yeah.
And
I would say from a career perspective, highlight that you know and have proficiency in it. There was a wonderful speaker, I think from Box, Trisha Gelman, CMO there, who highlighted that she's looking for specific use cases where you can show off that you have an understanding. For example, if you've added context or if you've used an LLM for your marketing, having an idea that you should maybe use some RAG methodologies, be able to bring in content or clustering or chunking or all the different like specific components to highlight proficiency in that area.
Great. Well, great advice. Well, thank you very much and really enjoyed your presentation. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, great.
How was that?
Oh, perfect.
That was good.
Oh, yeah, great.
If you have a team and you want the team to be 10x what they are, you've got to send them to events. The best event to send them is AI Marketing Summit.